This is part three of the videos I've been making about scholarship opportunities in the United States of America for international students, and especially international students from the developing countries. Many people have been asking me how about other ways you can be able to get good education or succeed your life in America, and one of the ways I've been talking about is scholarship opportunities. For those who do not know, myself, I came to the United States of America through education scholarships. I have received over $100,000 US scholarship money. I got a Fulbright scholarship, about 40,000 in the year 2008 when I came to America to teach Swahili language and African culture at the university level. That was the first scholarship. 2009, I got two scholarships. One was John B. Crocker Scholarship for pursuing my master's in peace studies and conflict resolution at the University of San Diego. That is 36,000 was to cover the cost of tuition and the cost of living, or rather I can simply say the stipend for me, living, apartment, food and everything. I was given a Rotary Ambassadorial Scholarship of worth about 24,000 US. So if you take the first scholarship, 40,000 for Fulbright, 36,000 John B. Crocker Scholarship, and then you come to add 24,000 Rotary Ambassadorial Scholarship, you get 100,000 US. So for that case, I came and have been very successful through these kind of scholarships, and because of that, I ended up making 3 books about these opportunities. One book is Swahili book about Udhamini Ughaibuni, means scholarships overseas. The second one is True Memoirs of the Scholarship Guy. It talks about different ways. This is talking about US and the other countries. And for those who will be applying PhD, so I made a specific book which is called PhD Scholarships for Africans in the United States of America. So this is the masterpiece book, about 498 pages. I released before Christmas last year. So this was my number 11th book out of the list of the books which I've been able to release. So I have been talking about scholarships since the year 2007 when I opened my blog. So I know what I'm talking about, and I know what mistakes people are doing in why are they not going to get these kind of scholarships, and they ended saying that maybe they are not lucky, maybe these scholarships are given for people of this kind of network connection in tribalism, religion, whatever. They come with so many excuses. And they say, oh, maybe Ernest, you are so lucky, that's why you got all those kind of scholarships. No, I'm not a lucky person. I'm the only person who knows what I want, how to go about it, and I'm the expert of my own life, but I'm going to share what made me get all those kind of scholarships, and maybe you didn't get them because you didn't follow the proper procedures. So, with that said, let's go to the YouTube and subscribe to EBM Scholars YouTube channel and share this video and share this channel to other people. That is the only thing you can be able to help me grow my channel, but also make sure that these kind of education videos are going to so many people. So even if you are not looking for scholarships, but you can share this one to your Facebook, you can share this video and this channel to your friends in social network, like you can send them in WhatsApp groups, send them on the Facebook, send them on Twitter, send them on Instagram, so that other people can be able to utilize these opportunities. The best way to help your friend, your family, your relative is how you can be able to share the useful information which can be able to help another person to succeed. With that being said, so part 1 of this video is already here in the description below. Part 2 of this video is already in the description below. So part 3, I'm talking about graduate studies in the United States of America. This is the most interesting part of this one. So whether you're applying for masters, whether you're applying for PhD, overall, generally, the procedures will be the same here in America. It's a little bit different in Europe. What makes the bigger difference, or what makes here to have more or less the same procedures if you want to apply for masters, more or less the same procedures if you are applying for PhD? It is because in America, 99.9% of all PhD studies are conducted by coursework and dissertation, different from Europe where PhD studies are conducted through thesis. Meaning, from day 1 in Europe, you'll be dealing with your supervisor. But in the US, you'll be going to the normal classroom instruction like a student for bachelor or student for masters to get the coursework first. After that, 2 years maybe, or 3 years sometimes, depending on the nature of the course, you can do the comprehensive exam and do your proposal and start your PhD dissertation. So that is something makes application. So when you are going to apply from day one, you don't apply for a supervisor like how you are doing to apply in Europe. But here, yes, you can contact someone. There are few scholarships for PhD or assistantship for PhD. Certain professors, they can make a demand that I want someone with this skill set because I have this kind of research. I want to work with someone. So professors can identify someone in the specific field. And if you apply, or you can connect with that professor, can help you to get that scholarship. So I know that those things are there, but in general, you don't need to know even whose professor is there at that department. You can go ahead and apply without any particular problem. So with that being said, there are some requirements in order to apply, whether to be master's and whether to be PhD. So don't bring to me that I don't have money. We don't care. I don't have this. We don't care. We are tired of your excuses. We are not looking for sympathy of any kind. If you don't have the required requirements, they are not going to bend these requirements for you because you are from Africa or because you are from Asia, because you are from Latin America. They are not going to do that. If you are going to ask for the waiver of those kind of things, remember, there are people with the same requirement like you or above you or more than your requirements, but they went a mile ahead of you to do this, to meet these requirements. So number one is English proficiency test. I've been talking over and over about this one, and I'll put the links below, but in a very nutshell, it's simple like this way. Because your native language is not English, don't bring that I studied in English in primary school, I have bachelor degree in English. They don't care. They are going to give you $50,000. They want you to prove that you know English. And there is only one way to prove you know English, is to take the English proficiency test. Simple like that. So if you ask for the waiver, yes, there are a few universities that will give you the waiver, but they give you the waiver and another guy comes from China with the 100% of score of that, the same English you ask for the waiver, obviously they're going to take the person who went to take the test. Yeah, they'll give you the waiver, but what is going to help you? So number one, you have to check the English proficiency test. There are two tests. There is British version and there is American version. You need to take one of those two. It doesn't matter whether you're coming to America, whether you're going to Europe. You can take American version or British version, but it still can come to America. So American version is test of English as foreign language. 12. That exam, the link is below. You can see how you can be able to go there and to do that. It is $210 to take that test. You can take look up for the test center in your own country on the link I'm going to put below. Then there is the English British version, which is called International English Language Testing System. You are supposed to go to British Council and take this test. The cost of this test is nearby $300. So it's about 270, whatever, I think, I don't remember conversion, but it will be about 300, I can simply say that way. So you need to check one of these tests. These tests are not going to test your intelligence, they are going to test your competence of the language. Our videos explain even how to prepare for this kind of tests. So that's number one. Number two, you need to take the graduate admission test. It depends what type of program are you going to do. If you are coming in America to do non-management programs, sociology, political science, physics, whatever you are coming to do those kind of tests, you are supposed to take these exams. Graduate Record Examination, GRE. So GRE, there are so many books about GRE. This it has mathematics, basics. Those one you are going to do in secondary school. You can be able to do this one, algebra, all other kind of things. But also they have English. The English is different from English you are going to find in the English on the English proficiency test. But also you are going to find essays. So those are the three things they'll be testing on GRE. So GRE is about 200 again to be able to take that one. And they will give the people who own GRE are the same people who own the 12. So it's called the Education Testing Service, ETS. So if you go to the website is ets.org, If you put a slash GRE, it comes GRE slash 12, it comes 12. But don't worry about remembering those links. I'm going to put the links on the description of this video. But what if you are coming to do MBA, management, Masters of Management, PhD in Management? You have to take the different kind of exam, GMAT, Graduate Management Admission Test. You have to prepare yourself for this one. So it is more or less the same like GRE, how it looks like. I forgot, those who are doing for those who are doing, they are planning to do law. Those are going to do law, they're supposed to take the LSAT. This LSAT is for people who are taking law. People who are coming to do medical, they're supposed to do MCAT. Is another type of exam. So there are all those kind of exams you have to take. So in addition to these exams, so you don't take all the exams. You take, maybe you are going to, I'm from political science, you are going to do GRE, and you are going to take the 12 or take LT. So you take 2 exams. So there are those costs you have to know. And then, remember, each university you're going to apply, there is application fee. In addition to the application fee, each university you're going to apply again, they have something else. They are not going to take the GRE certificate from you. They want the GRE certificate to be sent by the ETS, the owners of this test. And you have to pay $27 for them to send 1 copy to the university you are applying. And for the 12, they are going to charge you $17. So if you come to calculate $27, $17, 12 and GRE just to send the test, and then you pay application fee, you are talking about at least almost $100 for 1 application. And you cannot apply 1 application expecting you to get a scholarship or to get admission. Apart from that, there's something else I'm coming to explain, which is very, very crucial, is your education background. You must have bachelor degree if you want to apply for masters. You must have master's degree if you're applying for PhD. You must have PhD in order to apply for postdoctoral. So if you're applying for masters, even PhD, remember, they are looking for, if you apply for masters, they are looking for your results for bachelor degree. Don't bring to me, I was the Tanzania 1, I was the best student of high school. Who cares if you're a best student in high school? We are not talking about high school, my friend. He's just saying that, you know, I used to be the best player in my soccer academy. Yeah, but in Premier League, you're not the best anymore. You don't live on the fantasy land of the old life. Back when I was a child, my father is rich. I used to drink tea with this kind of milk. We don't care those kind of old stories. We are talking about the latest. So currently you have a bachelor degree. You're applying for masters. What matters is your bachelor degree results. So even if you didn't get, you got all F in secondary school, but if you have first class or upper secondary class in your bachelor degree, that is a golden ticket for master's degree. If you're applying for PhD, yes, they'll look for masters, but also they're going to look for bachelor degree results. So those are the things they're going to consider. You have to know that. So what is the GPA required? It depends, but overall, upper second class is the most GPA you'll be able to compete. If it's lower second, it has to be lower second closer to upper second. For those who are using 5.0 GPA scale, don't say, okay, I have 2.5 out of 5. Can I get a scholarship? No, you cannot get it. You need to have 3.5 out of 5 for those who are looking for 5.0 GPA. That is something else you need to know. So those are the things you need to have. So, but how do you go to apply? People are asking those kind of questions. Don't just go and apply any university. Those universities, you see their links on Facebook. The big universities, they don't care about advertising themselves on Facebook. University of California, University of Stanford, whatever, they don't care even advertising themselves from the Facebook. Most of these .com, I call .com universities, they are just typical business universities. If you want to find any scholarship, they have assistant scholarship for you. Go to the university, open the website, go to prospective students. If you go to prospective students, go to the international students and look at the requirements for admission and look for funding for international students. Or look on the course you want to apply. You want to apply master's or PhD of political science and maybe political science and peace studies at the University of Notre Dame. If you go to the peace studies, John B. Kroc, the Kroc School in Notre Dame, they'll tell you all admitted students for this particular program will be given a scholarship, regardless whether you are American, whether you are Chinese, whether you are Japanese, whether you are African, no matter what your nationality, you will be given full ride scholarship. So you must apply to a university or department or a program which says clearly on their website that if you apply for this program, we are going to give you scholarship, and they will indicate what are they going to cover. If they don't say that way and you are not so sure, write email to the admission officer or to the head of department and ask question specifically. Don't go and pay your $50, pay all this one, and you are going to be given admission and you are going to be considered as self-financing student. You have to be clear from the start that I'm going to apply for the university. So if either they admit you or they don't admit you. If they admit you, they give you scholarship. If they don't admit you, they don't give you scholarship. So those are the things you need to know. What kind of scholarship you need to have? You must apply to the university, which clearly states that if you apply, you get admitted, you give you this amount of money. So those are the kind of things you need to know. Then apart from that, it comes to other things. I've been talking about writing a resume. How to write a resume. I'll put the description here, or I can put the most modern way on how you can be able to write a resume. I'm not going to talk about this one to be a very long video if I do that. But you have to write a very good resume. But avoid putting your primary school education, secondary school, high school. They don't help you at all if you have bachelor degree. Don't write your tribe, religion, those kind of things. You are single, married. They don't help you at all. Then from there, we are coming to another part. You are supposed to give statement of purpose. Why should they give you scholarship? This is people are messing up all the time. They want to express, you know, I come from the very poor family. I'm number 11 out of 13 children. I'm orphan. So what? They don't care about that. I'm supposed to be given this scholarship because I have this kind of background in terms of academics. I have this kind of results. I have this kind of work experience. I come from the community, they don't have water, they don't have this, I don't have this one. So because I'm studying engineering, and I want to make sure that how can I be able to build, to drill and make some wells for my people in the village. So you can use the poverty on how you can be able to help, not the poverty in the case that they have to feel sorry for you. You have to indicate you'll be returned to your home country upon finishing studies, and what are you going to provide a positive contribution to your country. Whether you'll be coming back or whether you're not coming back, but you must indicate that you'll be coming back. Simple like that. Some of the universities they require for you to write, to give a writing sample. Writing sample is any academic work you have ever written, whether it's a published one, whether not published. They want to see your competence into writing academic work. So those are the things, but also you can be able to add the some few other things like recommendation letters, 3 recommendation letters. So if you're applying for master's or PhD, at least you have to use people who taught you. So at least 2 recommendation from academic, former professors, former teachers who taught you, and at least 1 or 2 from your supervisor if you are working in that way. So those are some of the critical issues you need to have. So the next part, which will be the last part, I'll explain. So if you have all these ingredients, how are you going to make the perfect food? How are you going to make a perfect application? You have this one. How are you going to have that spirit of competition to make sure that you're going to get that scholarship? Because you can have everything like this one, but how aggressive are you going to be in order to be able to get these kind of scholarships? So that needs to wait for the last part of this video, which is part 4, and that will be the most interesting one for you to be able to understand and to be able to get it. So thank you so much, everyone. Remember to subscribe, remember to share this video and sharing the channel to other people too. Even if you're not looking for scholarship, these information are useful to others, so post them on your Facebook, post them on your Twitter, post them on your, or share into your WhatsApp groups. So thank you, everyone, and goodbye.